Morning, everyone. How's it going? Today is November 17th, 2025. Time is 10:54 a.m. Mountain Time. James Francis coming to you from the New Mexico State University Grants Branch Recording Studio. And I just wanted to come in here and give a short little talk. Not sure if I'm actually going to post this. I guess it just depends on how the recording goes. Been a while since I got in here. Things have slowed down, but of course, as most of you, my inner circle, all know, today is my 4 years of sobriety from drugs and alcohol. And that's the whole reason why I wanted to come in here and just give a little discussion. I finally wanted to use the recording studio to share with you all the quote in the Elder's Meditation that started it all for me 4 years ago. And it was in the Elder's Meditation, and it says, humbleness means peace, honesty. All mean Hopi. True, honest, perfect words. That's what we call Hopi words in all languages, not just in Hopi. We strive to be Hopi. We call ourselves Hopi because maybe one or two of us will become Hopi. Each person must look into their heart and make changes so that you may become Hopi when you reach your destination. And that was by a Hopi elder. The Creator has made available to us all the laws, principles, and values which we need to know to live in harmony. The Creator also designed each human being to learn and grow by trial and error. We have tools to help us live the right way. We have prayers, visions, nature, elders, and teachers. And we have the Great Spirit to talk to and to ask for help when we have problems. We also have choice. To walk the red road takes courage and a lot of prayer. Creator, give me the courage to walk the red road. And that was 4 years ago when I walked into that recovery room of Wellbriety and turned my life around. Up to that point, it was just a bunch of struggles and hardships and rock bottoms. I had climbed my way out of the hole of addiction and substance abuse a couple of times prior to this, but somehow managed to throw myself willingly back into that hole and smack face first into that rock bottom once again. But as I told a lot of my friends who've come to know me over the years, I never gave up. That ability to not give up because I wanted to get sober was something that was always in my heart, and I always held on to it. So that evening, I was there and I read it and I took it as more than coincidence that it should be a Hopi elder that should have the elder's meditation for that evening, because my heritage is Acoma Pueblo, my mother, and then my father is Laguna and half Hopi as well. So that's where I get my paternal clan from. And I just took that as more than a coincidence, but as a sign, because it's all there for me to make that choice. And that's something up to that point in my life that I had understood for myself, was that we all have choices, to have that ability to choose what to do for ourselves, right or wrong. And up to that point, I was, you know, I knew the difference between right and wrong. But it took a lot of trial and error to get to where I'm at now, and it's been a good journey. From that point on, um, the challenge was real. I don't want to say struggle, but the challenge was there. Some days were a little more challenging than others, but day by day, my life did improve immensely. And that's one thing that, I have no problem telling newcomers into those rooms that we still host the meetings at. Give it a shot, give it a chance, and these things will come to you slowly but surely. All the things that you hear in these meetings and people who tell you their life experiences and their journeys, um, we all have one thing in common is that we never gave up, and we've all faced those challenges willingly, honestly, openly, and we've all come to realize that our lives are much better, and that choice to get back on track, it's not impossible, and there's a lot of people out there willing to help you along. And I stand as living proof to anyone that doubts the program, because I was in a very, very bad place: jail, drug addiction, hopelessness, and just without any kind of direction in my life. But the moment that I got the help that I needed from friends and family and the program, and became willing to set aside my ego and ask for help, these things did come and happen. And since then, I've been able to make strides, and it didn't all come at once. It was little at a time, day by day, moment by moment. But it happened, and I never lost sight of those goals that I had set for myself. And still to this day, I do have those goals that I'm still striving for that need to be accomplished. But I've accomplished so much in these 4 years that, I can only show others, how it's done, and what can be the outcome if you stick to it. It's hard. I know it's hard. And, we have this fear of what we're going to lose when we give up that lifestyle. Um, some of us think we're going to lose friends. Some of us think that we're not going to be able to have fun anymore. But that's just that mindset doing that thinking for you. You're still going to have your friends. You're still going to have your fun. Thank God I have a lot of friends who stood behind me and my decision to take this journey now. A lot of them may still be on their own path, but never once did they try to get me back into those old habits when they've seen how far along I've come and what I've been doing. And just because I no longer use alcohol or drugs, doesn't mean that they're not my friends anymore. When I still see them, we still sit down, we still talk, and they're still around, and they play a big part in my life too as well. But yeah, today is 4 years for me, and it feels amazing and it feels great. And I just wanted to get in here and share that little bit with you. We still have our meetings here at the college. They're going to be going on till December 10th. But if you're wanting to find yourself a recovery meeting, they're every Wednesday at the public education building located on the south side of the NMSU Grants Branch College, and they run from 6 o'clock to 7:30. We also have the Zoom option available. But yeah, that's all I got for now. And if you want to come in, drop in, zoom in, feel free to do so. But we'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Peace.